What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all having a great day. And today we're going to do 5 Yankees who have surprised me so far this season. Now, some more than others. I'm going to save the best one for the very end. But yeah, let me know if you agree or disagree with anybody on here. Maybe there's somebody I forgot. Maybe there's somebody you think shouldn't even be on this list. I don't know. Drop a like on the video and let's get right into it. Starting off with number 5, and that is Jameson Taillon. So last year, Taillon was pretty bad first quarter part of the season. You know, he was coming off Tommy John surgery, and anytime you trade for a guy coming off Tommy John surgery, it's quite the gamble. About 2 months into the season, it wasn't looking too great. So right around a little over a year ago, Taillon made a start in Philadelphia. It was June 12th of 2021, and he got shelled. I don't think he made it out of the first inning, gave up like 5 runs, and that's kind of where his only bad stint as a Yankee came to a head, because in hindsight, it really was a turning point for his Yankee career. He fixed things after that, and for the rest of the season, over 16 starts, he went 7-2, had a 3.59 ERA, which is really good. He won Pitcher of the Month in July, and he had a huge start for us that at least helped us get to the playoffs in game 162. So he finished strong, and you were feeling pretty good about Taillon. You're like, all right, this guy's legit. Maybe he's not, he was a second overall pick. He was drafted in between Bryce Harper and Manny Machado. So this guy was highly touted from an early age. Had Tommy John surgery twice, had testicular cancer. He's really been through it. Finally, finds himself, finishes with 3.59 ERA over his final 16 starts, and you're like, all right, word, here we go. Well, he's taken it to a whole nother level this year. He's 8-1 over 13 starts and has a 2.70 ERA, 3.28 expected ERA, 3.01 FIP. So he's pitching as well as his numbers indicate. It does scare me just a little bit, only because, the way he's going, he could get like $100 million in free agency. I don't think the Yankees are going to give him that, just because, we got a lot of good arms down at AAA that you could argue should be starting right now. Not over the guys that we currently have, but the guys at AAA are at least good enough to where you can look forward to them being, solid big league starters. Clark Schmidt being one of them. So we have kind of his replacements in the balance if he does leave, which is kind of possible. We're not even going to think about that right now. Taillon having a great year, 8-1, 2.70 ERA. What is confirmed now is that the trade the Yankees made with Pittsburgh going into the 2021 season, acquiring Jameson Taillon, it was a success. He's been a great pitcher for the Yankees, no doubt. Moving on to our next one, that is Jose Trevino. He takes number 4 on here. Now, when we acquired Trevino, which was right before opening day, it was we're just getting another catcher that is defense first, offense last, kind of the total opposite of what Gary Sanchez was. His defense is talked about like crazy. It's apparently really good. It's going to be whatever, not going to be that fun to watch. It's been the total opposite. He's been very fun to watch, not just because his defense has been great. He's ranked in the 100th percentile in framing. He has 10 defensive runs saved. He's been terrific, though, offensively. Terrific. 43 games, hitting .283, 462 slugging, 5 homers, 18 RBIs, a 132 WRC+. For those not familiar with that stat, league average is 100, so Jose Trevino being at 132 means he's been 32% better than a league average offensive player. Not catcher, just player in general. That's really good, and it's elite for a catcher, and his 1.8 WAR that he has so far this year is second in the American League for all catchers, right behind Toronto's Alejandro Kirk. So, great year for Trevino. He's also so easy to root for. I think we all remember his awesome walk-off moment with his dad, who passed away in 2013. It was his dad's birthday. He always, talked about how he was going to be a Yankee, and they would make up these scenarios that he was, in a clutch moment in the bottom of the 9th, and he would come through, and it ended up happening against the Orioles, and, he's shouting out, like, that's for you, Poppy, or something like that. It was awesome. Jose Trevino, such an easy guy to root for, and having a great year both offensively and defensively, and that is huge when we're talking catchers. Moving on, Luis Severino. He obviously missed majority of 2019, all of 2020, and then was pretty much out all of 2021 as well. Came back at the end and was pretty dominant out of the bullpen. But, same with Taillon. You don't expect a guy to be good right away when coming back from Tommy John, right? Taillon wasn't, took him a couple months. Majority of pitchers, that's kind of how it is. You look at the first, maybe 10 to 15 starts, almost as a wash. Well, for Severino, that has not been the case. 12 starts in so far. He's 4-1 with a 3.27 ERA, a 2.55 expected ERA, 3.72 FIP, has a K/9 of 10.91. That's 80 strikeouts in 66 innings. And, I've talked to David Cohn, who I produce his podcast, Tone the Slab. Check it out. We had a great interview with Matt Blake the other week. He says he thinks Severino is at his best right now, even better than he was in 2017 and 2018, because he's added a pretty lethal cutter. His changeup is better than it's ever been. He's more than just a 2-pitch pitcher, and you could see that when you're watching it through the screen. Severino looks confident. He's back to being bully Sevy, which is awesome. I don't think I realized how much I miss, just being able to wake up, check MLB at bat, see like, oh, who's pitching for the Yankees today? And you see it's Luis Severino. Just one of the many reasons why the Yankee rotation this year has been historically good and has me very excited for the playoffs. So Sevy pitching damn well. Good job, man. And he might be a candidate for comeback player of the year in the American League, or could be somebody that we'll talk about in just a minute. Before we get to him, though, we got one more, and that is Matt Carpenter. All right, it's been a short stint for him so far, but I think we all agree that he has to be on this list because he became just the second player in baseball history, at least in the modern era, to have 6 of his first 7 hits go for home runs. Yeah, Matt Carpenter has played 12 games so far. He's slugging .844, 6 homers, 13 RBIs. He took Shohei Ohtani deep for a leadoff home run, which was just insane. 234 WRC plus. Once again, 12 games, so when you're mentioning rate stats in that short of a span, it's kind of obviously skewed. But still, it's so good of a start to where I feel like I had to throw him some love, right? And he has a dope mustache. Seems like the guys on the team really like him. That's the thing about this team. They just love each other. That's why I love when people compare it to like 2009, because I feel like it's so accurate that like they really do have a team chemistry. And even when a guy comes on, he joins a team like 3 weeks ago, and it seems like they're already best friends, which is just cool. And I also, it's easy for me to like buy into that this power streak or just the way he's hitting is legit, because we heard that going into this year or whatever, he like totally fixed his swing. I forget exactly who it was that helped him, but as recently as 2018, he hit 36 homers, had a 140 WRC plus, so he was very good at one point, and then fell off, and then apparently found his stroke again, which is pretty awesome so far doing it for the Yankees. All right, guys, brief interruption real quick to let you know about our awesome new sponsor here at Yankees Avenue, which is MyBookie. 162 games of baseball a season can feel like a grind to watch, but you can put the excitement back into each and every game with MyBookie. Run lines, money lines, and props galore. Nobody gives you more opportunities to win than MyBookie. Getting started is simple. Deposit $300 and play with $200 instantly. Just use my promo code Yankees Avenue to claim a MyBookie deposit bonus. Whether you're a diehard fan or a newcomer to the sport, there's never been a better time to join the MyBookie family. Go ahead and sign up today using promo code Yankees Avenue to secure your first deposit bonus up to $1,000 with MyBookie. Whatever you put in, they'll meet halfway, all the way up to $1,000. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Moving on to number 5, and this is somebody I'm very excited about. I may just do a whole individual video on him soon, and that is Gabriel Torres. He is back, guys. It's no secret that, he moved to shortstop, and things pretty much fell apart. 2020 wasn't good, hit 243, was barely a league average hitter. Last year, had him be moved away from the position because the defense was so bad, and nobody knew what happened to his offense. He played 127 games and somehow hit just 9 home runs, when 2 years prior, in 2019, 144 games, he hit 38. So power was depleted, hit just 259, had a 94 WRC plus, so he was well below average offensively. And thank God he's back. 60 games so far this year. The numbers look like Gabriel Torres. He's hitting 267, 524 slugging percentage, 13 homers, 32 RBIs, a 137 WRC plus. That has him on pace for over 30 homers, over 30 doubles. His WAR is on pace to be over 6, which that's like borderline MVP caliber. I know it's crazy as it sounds. And a big part of that is because it's not just the offense that's so much better. It's the defense. It's the best it's ever been. He leads all second basemen, tied for the league lead in defensive runs saved with 7 at second base. He has 3 outs above average, which is close to the top of the league. Gleyber's been magnificent defensively at second base, so it's a total contrast difference between what we were dealing with last year with Gleyber, which was like no offense, very below average defense, so much so where we had to be taken away from playing shortstop, to now where he's an above average defender and a well above average offensive bat as well. Gabriel Torres, I missed him. I didn't realize how much I missed him, I gotta admit, I guess I take the L on this. I was for trading him. I made many jokes about how he would look nice in an Oakland A's uniform because I wanted to trade him for Frankie Montas, but I was wrong. I am so glad that we didn't get rid of him. Gleyber, you are the man. And I tweeted this out earlier. It's nice to have him back to being one of like the representable faces of the franchise. Gleyber's badass, man. He really is. So it's cool to have, obviously Judge is number 1, then it's probably like Stanton, then Cole, but Gleyber's back up there as well. You can't be one of the faces of the franchise and, going on Sports Illustrated covers when you're batting just 259 with 9 homers. It was almost looking like he was approaching bust territory. And fortunately, some didn't give up on him, and, neither did Brian Cashman. that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Really pumped to make this one because, you know, we've had a lot of surprises this year, not just with individual performances, but the team as a whole. Hey, I predicted them to be playing well, but I'm not sure about this well. I put a video out earlier in the year. It was like, I'm feeling really good about the 2022 Yankees. And, you know, I picked them to win the East, but 49-17, guys. That's quite the record, and it's been a fun year. Enjoy it. Make sure we enjoy it, guys, because, yes, goal is to win the World Series, and ultimately, if we don't, it's a failure. The season will go down as a failure, no doubt. But I don't want to, you know, say they do win the World Series and then in hindsight look at it and be like, man, I didn't fully enjoy that because I was so worried about October. Nah, enjoy this, enjoy the ride, enjoy these 5 surprises that hopefully continue to keep playing well. Tyone pitching great, Trevino catching and hitting great, Severino pitching great, Matt Carpenter is just insane. Gabriel Torres, best second baseman in baseball? Might be. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Let's go, Yankees.